Hey everyone, welcome back to Light Shine Desserts, where you can get your daily dose of baking, the Word of God, decorating, and much, much more. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you what I made for my first two orders. Yay! My first orders for my business that I started some months ago. I've been making stuff, as I've already told you guys before, making stuff for people at school, for parties and holidays, all that stuff, but not really having an actual order for the business. So basically, these are some people in my neighborhood, but my first one right here, I'm going to be making some Reese's cupcakes and then Oreo or cookies and cream cupcakes for a birthday. So it's going to be 6 of the Reese's, 6 of the Oreo. The Reese's isn't really on my menu. The cookies and cream one is. That was just one that was suggested, and I don't really like working with peanut butter just because, peanuts, allergies and all that. As you can see that this bowl isn't one of the ones that I typically use because I was trying to do my best not to contaminate too much stuff. I did have to use some of my equipment with this peanut butterness and just hopefully wash it thoroughly so then it doesn't contaminate any future desserts that I make. So basically this is the the mousse. It's a nice airy type of dessert that you can eat by yourself or by itself. You can add it into pie, into fillings, into whatever it is that you're doing. The first time I think I tried one was when my sister got this chocolate mousse at the store. I tried it. I remember sitting on my bed in my room, having my nice little spoon. It was so nice. It had some chocolate shavings or chips, I think either at the bottom or at the top, but it was really nice and chocolatey. So I should try making some chocolate one. The peanut butter one was a nice peanut buttery light thing. Anyways, so right now I'm making the cookies and cream cupcake. So I think I already talked about this in another video, but basically just a vanilla based cupcake for me at least, and then adding in some Oreos, cookie sandwiches, whatever you're gonna call them. I feel like I could do a golden Oreo one or a mix of them, but most of the time when you think of a cookies and cream, you think of the just basic Oreo. And sorry if I'm talking really fast, but that's just how I talk. Anyways, so I think I added a little bit too much of the Oreos for this because I cut the recipe in half so it can make 6 exactly. And the last time I made it, I had my regular size, so it was gonna make 12 cupcakes, and there wasn't enough cookies in the actual cupcake, at least to me. But this one, it was kind of hard to scoop it into the cupcake pan. But right now I'm making the Oreo or cookies and cream buttercream. It was a little bit grainy just because of the cookies that were crushed up, blended up, but it still didn't go to super fine powder. It tasted okay. I did think that it would make it a little bit more sweeter. I didn't add the filling that is in the Oreo, so maybe without that it's just more a chocolatey subtle note. So I did add more powdered sugar to make it good sweet, but then also Oreo cookies and cream tasting. And so now we're getting started on the chocolate. Basically, to give it some Reese's taste, I wanted to do a chocolate cupcake, peanut butter mousse filling that we made earlier, and then a peanut butter buttercream. I was gonna do kind of a peanut butter cupcake and then some chocolate frosting. I had some other ideas, but I thought this one would be the best because I don't have to find a new recipe because I never made a peanut butter cupcake. Because again, I don't like working with a lot of stuff where people could be allergic to the most common one. And so just sticking with my regular cupcake for chocolate. But I feel this one really sticks to the liners, or I don't know if it's just the liners or the cupcake wrappers I have, but it's always hard to tell if it's gonna stick, and it did kind of stick a little bit, so I had to still open it a little bit, as I said in the last video or another video. And I don't know what happened with the vanilla ones because yeah, I made 7 for the chocolate, tried one, 6 for the vanilla, or the cookies and cream, because I knew how that tasted. But basically, I was just going to do a little swirl. I was thinking, should I do a chocolate drizzle, then add an Oreo on top? Obviously, these are too big, so I took them off and cut them in half like I did the last time I made these cookies. The last time I made these cupcakes. But again, the peanut butter one was kind of the same design. So right now I poked holes and I'm filling them with the mousse. With the mousse, I made it the day before. I didn't let it come to room temp right away, so I had to kind of like heat it up a little bit, then put it back in the fridge or the freezer so it wouldn't be like too like gloopy and wet. And the peanut butter buttercream was a little bit thicker because I did add more peanut butter to give it some more peanut butter taste, but I should have added a little bit more cream as well. But the way that I'm piping it on, you can see it's kind of a little bit weird. I should have just done the regular swirl I was going to do like I did for the Oreo cupcakes, because I wasn't going to necessarily do it for these ones, but the design I wanted to do didn't necessarily work. So it kind of looks a little bit messy, but it's okay. I could have added a chocolate drizzle on here also, but I also didn't even have like enough of the peanut butter buttercream. But overall, they look good. They kind of look the same though. That's what I didn't like about that. So maybe for the next time I make like any Oreo thing, adding like a drizzle on top, giving it some more pizzazz. And so for the next order that I got for the it's actually their birthdays were on the same day, but I was going to bring this one to my church on Sunday. Anyways, it is a Oreo cookie bar. So again, more Oreos and all that. Basically, I'm just making my regular cookie bar and then adding in some crushed up Oreos. I wanted to make sure I had enough so every bite you would have some Oreos, but obviously not too much. Right now, I'm really like testing out the sweetness and how much I want it. If you have it too much of the sugar, it can be really fudgy to where it looks and feels underbaked, but it might not really be underbaked. But if you don't add enough, it's not going to be sweet enough, and the texture might be a little different. So I did add like, let's just say 3/4 cup out of the amount of sugar that is in the recipe. So I think it was sweet enough, good texture. We will see later on. And yeah, it's kind of hard to put in the pan. Sometimes it's easy enough, sometimes it's hard like this, but thankfully I am able to get it into the pan by pressing it down. I didn't have any more disposable gloves because I forgot to buy some, so I just used Ziplocs because it's a good way not to use your actual hands, but also just like pressing it down easy. And this is what it looked like in the end. I think they tasted good. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, tips, or things you want me to bake in the future, feel free to comment down below and have a blessed week. Bye.